Hello MMA fans, this is MMA Daily with your daily news and updates. Before we kick off today's news, make sure to tap that like button and hit subscribe. Now let's dive into the latest MMA updates. Starting off, Devin Clark released from the UFC. Moving on, Brian Ortega fires back at Ilia Topuria's plan to refuse to fight him as champion. Additionally, check out how the MMA community celebrated Valentine's Day. Next, Merab Dvalishvili sends a big warning to Henry Cejudo ahead of UFC 298. Lastly, UFC finally announces its main event. News has just arrived that Devin Clark has been removed from the UFC roster, marking the end of his fighting career in the UFC. One of the most memorable moments of his career occurred during his fight against Ion Cutelaba, where despite having his entire bottom row of teeth severely damaged, he entered the third round. This decision, supported by his father and coach, sparked controversy and ignited discussions about fighter safety and coaching responsibilities. That picture of his teeth will always be engraved in my mind. Brian Ortega plans to be undeniable, but he may run into an unexpected roadblock in pursuit of reaching the pinnacle. Ortega is hoping that a strong performance against Yair Rodriguez will get him back in featherweight title contention after two previously failed bids against Max Holloway and Alexander Volkanovski. However, Ilia Topuria has claimed he would not give the current crop of featherweight contenders a title shot if he beats Volkanovski at UFC 298. Ortega could become a top contender with a strong showing against Rodriguez at UFC Fight Night in Mexico City. When asked about Ilia's statement, here is what Ortega said: "You have to win the belt for that to happen. That was my first thought. Let's say you do win and you're not going to give us a shot, then I'm going to make sure to ruin every contender. Simple as that." It's another Valentine's Day, and despite being some of the toughest and most tenacious characters in all of sports, MMA fighters hardly are immune to celebration. Stay with us if you want to see what the better halves of popular MMA fighters look like and how they celebrated Valentine's Day. Merab Dvalishvili has issued a big warning to Henry Cejudo ahead of their bantamweight showdown. The two have been talking about squaring off for a long time. Now we'll finally get the chance to see it, with the winner expected to earn a UFC bantamweight championship opportunity. During his fight week media commitments, Merab spoke candidly about what Henry brings to the table. Here is what he said: "He knows he has to beat me, otherwise he's done. He's fighting to beat me and he wants the belt. Same thing when I fought Aldo. If he beat me, he was supposed to fight for the title, but I beat him and he didn't want to go back down to the ladder and climb again. It's the same thing again. Aldo, after me, retired, and I think it's the same thing for Henry." Who do you believe is the favorite heading into this contest? Do you think Merab Dvalishvili has a point when it comes to Triple C's future? Make your predictions in the comments section. UFC finally announces its main event. With all the attention on the upcoming UFC 300 pay-per-view headliner, it's understandable if you forgot about that other UFC main event that is just around the corner. I'm referring to the UFC Atlantic City card on March 30th in New Jersey. That was originally topped by the welterweight showdown between Sean Brady and Vicente Luque. Unfortunately, their 170-pound contest never came to pass because Brady was injured and never signed the contract. Taking over the 5-round main event is the flyweight showdown between Aaron Blanchfield and Manon Fiorot. Thank you for tuning in to MMA Daily. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage of the world of mixed martial arts. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notifications for our latest videos. Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below and let us know what you'd like to hear about in our upcoming videos. See you tomorrow with more MMA news. Until then, stay safe and keep following MMA Daily for your daily dose of fighting excitement.